Test. Testing, testing.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. We thank you in advance for your cooperation and hope you will enjoy this afternoon's game. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Owensboro Sports Center for this afternoon's game. At this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats and first direct your attention to the scores table here at midcourt for our pregame prayer. Here to offer the prayer today, Mr. Jeff Roach.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we're so grateful for this day that you've given us. Lord, we're thankful for these two schools that are represented here today, and we ask your blessings upon both of them. We ask you to look after each one of these student athletes as they play this game, keep them free from injury, Lord, and help us all to enjoy this game. We ask all these things in your precious Son's name. Amen.
As you remain standing, we ask that you now direct your attention to the American flag in the upper stage end of the arena as we honor our great nation, the brave men and women serving in the armed forces and as first responders with the singing of our national anthem. Here to sing our national anthem today, Kentucky Wesleyan College student, Ms. Erica Atwood.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Owensboro Sports Center, the home of the Kentucky Wesleyan College Panthers for this afternoon's game between the visiting Tritons from the University of Missouri St. Louis and your Kentucky Wesleyan College Panthers. Let's meet now the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Tritons from the University of Missouri St. Louis in St. Louis, Missouri, members of the Great Lakes Valley Conference. They come into this game with a record of 2-1.
Welcome inside the Owensboro Sports Center as we get set for this non-conference matchup between the Kentucky Wesleyan College Panthers and the University of Missouri St. Louis Tritons.
From Budapest, Hungary, number 12.
The Tritons come in with a record of 2-1 on the season. They are head coached by Katie Vaughn in her 8th season at UMSL. And now for the starting lineups for the Tritons. At guard, number 12,
Number 23, Faye Meissner.
Laura
And at center, a 6-foot sophomore
Zerini.
from Kingwood, Texas.
At
Number 24,
another guard spot, number 20, Danielle Berry, a 5'8 junior from Missouri. At another guard spot, number 23, Faye Meisner, a 5'5 sophomore from Breeze, Illinois.
and let's meet
At a forward spot, number 11, Alex LaPortia, a 6-foot junior from Highlands, Illinois. And rounding out the lineup at center, number 24, Kira Stewart, a 6-foot sophomore from Kingwood, Texas.
number 10, Kaylee Duncan.
And for the Kentucky Wesleyan College Panthers, They are 4-0 on the season, co-head coached by Caleb and Nicole Neiman. At a guard spot, number 10, Kaylee Duncan, a 5'6" junior from Dixon, Kentucky. At another guard spot, number 11, Lily Sky Grimes, a 5'5" junior from Harned, Kentucky. At the other guard spot, number 23, Kaylee Clifford, a 5'11" junior from Bedford, Kentucky. At a forward spot, number 14, Keely Lamb, a 5'10" senior from Livingston, Tennessee. And at the other forward spot, number 22, Callie Nowat, a 5'8" sophomore from New Salisbury, Indiana.
Marty Daniel and the co-head coaches of the Panthers are Caleb and Nicole Neiman. The officiating crew today, signed by the Great Midwest Athletic Conference, Rob Fessler, Adam Ryder, and Paul Carter.
Chris Morgan alongside Jalen Tidwell. Jalen, what do you think the key for the Panthers are going to be in this one?
Well, considering that UMSL's got, obviously a quite large of a height advantage against our, Lady Panthers, I think it's really going to have to just come up to defense here and really trying to keep them from, being able to reach over our heads and put the ball in the basket. So definitely try and keep the Tritons from getting beyond the three-point line. Going to have really hard defense here throughout the entire game. Really got to stay tough here.
That's something the Panthers do well, is play some defense as the Tritons win the tip and set up their offense. They get it into the post, ball stolen away. There's the defense Jalen was talking about as Duncan brings the ball up the floor.
I think that one thing that our girls have a good thing is that they have good speed, so they can split through the defense of the Tritons and really get through, those big, long arms and, that big height advantage we were talking about in the beginning here. So we definitely have that advantage to us with the speed.
Yeah, definitely a huge advantage as Lily Grimes tried to split the double team, got fouled.
And there's Kaylee Duncan. She's a great, an excellent three-point shooter, can really get the ball and put it up as quick as she can.
Yeah, that's something she's definitely improved on over her now third year. In her third year is a three-point shooting as she's going to pick up the foul on the other end.
Team first.
UMSL trying to get it into the paint. Quickness from the Panthers, not allowing it. Stolen away from Callie Nolot as she gives it to Clifford, over to Grimes, who's going to set up the offense. Keely Lamb drives right. Clifford to Nolot on the left wing, drives right, all the way to the hoop, up off the glass and good. Panthers jump out to a 5-0 lead just about 2 minutes into the first. UMSL hasn't even gotten a shot up towards the goal in this one so far. Jump ball going to go to the Panthers.
Now, Chris, that was almost a third steal of the first period here.
The Panthers are averaging 13 steals a game and well on their way to getting that, as 3 possessions for the Tritons have turned into 3 turnovers. Keely Lamb drives right, up off glass, good.
That's another thing Keely Lamb's really, really good about, is being able to really push into the defenders and use the strength and a little bit of the height that she has to really get the ball up off the glass and into the basket.
UMSL trying to get a shot up. Finally do, partially blocked, gets the offensive rebound, and LaPortia puts it in. Grimes to Lamb, and she scores. Grimes gets beat all the way up the floor. Easily switched on by Lamb. Layup by Laporta is good again, as I believe Alex Laporta is probably the best player for this Triton team, as Lily Grimes takes it all the way coast to coast for the lay-in.
She's easily one of the fastest players on our Panthers team right about now.
She might be one of the fastest players on the floor at any time.
You're probably right about that
no
one.
matter what team they're playing.
And that ball was tipped by Keely Lamb as it was going into the hoop here.
Lamb drives, had her pass stolen away. As UMSL looks to go the other way, they're going to slow it down. Panthers lead 11-4 over the Tritons. Great defense from Nolot, not letting Meisner.
There's a screen coming. The ball was stolen away by Keely Lamb. Going all the way down to the basket. She'll be wide open. As her two-point layup is good.
As that's going to cause the Tritons to call a timeout. Panthers lead 13-4. We'll be back right after this.
Their timeout stretches to the media timeout. Number 15, Kira Hungerford. Checking in for Kentucky Wesleyan, number 5, Leah Richardson. 21, Talia Walton. Number 12.
Welcome back inside the Owensboro Sports Center as the Tritons inbound the ball. As Leah Richardson, Jordan Bargy, Talia Walton, and Emma Johnson check in for the Panthers. Grimes almost gets the steal.
Open three.
A little too strong. Defensive rebound by Walton. Grimes. As the Panthers now swing it right, and they're going to call a walk on Jordan Bargy. Bargy, the 5'11" freshman from Farmland, Indiana. Coming out of that last timeout, the Panthers have forced 4 turnovers early in this one and have capitalized for 9 points off those turnovers. Skip pass all the way in the left corner, 3, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by the Tritons. And a walk is called. Another turnover forced by the Panthers. Callie Nolot comes in for Lily Sky Grimes.
And now we notice here that number 5, Leah Richardson, is finally back on the court after having a very long recovered last season after an ACL tear.
Good to see her back out there and playing. gives the Panthers yet another option from behind the arc as Emma Johnson knocks down a three. Panthers 7 of 7 from the field here in the first quarter. Emma Johnson almost gets the steal. Callie Nolot will get the steal. 3-on-2, takes it up, no good. Offensive rebound. And Emma Johnson has the ball stripped away. Tritons look to get something going. Long three, no good. As
Talia.
Walton pulls down the rebound. No lot three, no good.
It's recovered by the Tritons.
Wesleyan's first miss comes at the 3:25 mark in the first quarter. I don't care who you're playing. If you make your first 7 shots, it's going to be hard to beat.
That's one thing we've really improved on as a team here for the Panthers is that they have really upped their percentage of making shots from the field in general. Good pass by Leah Richardson to Jordan Bargy as she puts one up along the glass for 2.
Keely Lamb set to go back in for the Panthers, as well as 2 Triton players. Panthers lead 18-7. Richardson knocks the ball out of bounds.
Checking in for the University of Missouri, St. Louis, number 20, Danielle Berry.
Keely Lamb coming in for 21, Talia Walton.
Danielle Berry and Mackenzie Lathram. I'm butchering all these names, and there's nothing I knew about it.
As long as it's not our players' names, and I guess that's all that matters.
Well, I get those mixed up now with all the new faces out there. Shot from Zerini is good. Richardson throws the pass away as fast break layup is going to be good by Berry.
Panthers going to slow it down here a little bit.
Kaylee Duncan going to go back into the game for the Panthers. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Backdoor cut a little too soft and stolen away by the Tritons. 3, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down. Drive left into the paint, nowhere to go. As Keely Lamb throws it into the first row of seats behind the basket.
Definitely think she was trying to make a statement for that steal that had happened at the other end of the court for the Tritons.
One of the student workers, Christian Tooley, almost took it right to the mouth down there under the goal. Good drive by the Triton player. Could not get it to go.
Another three-pointer put up by the Tritons is good by number 21, Adriana Plavzik.
Well done. I couldn't have done that. On the pronunciation chart we got, her name is not on there. As Walton made the layup, but is going to be called for the charge.
Kentucky Wesleyan foul number 21, Talia Walton. That's her first.
That's something the Panthers have done a good job of so far this year, is not getting in foul trouble. Last year they had a couple times where foul trouble was a problem. This year they are a little bit deeper in last year's team. So I don't think the Neiman's have much to worry about on this year's team.
And, you know, the Neiman's only adding 5 new players to this roster that we have of old bees, as you would say, instead of newbies. So that's definitely a plus. You know, get some fresh faces in there, but you still have the same old team, same old chemistry that you have.
Yeah, only lost, I believe, 3 players off last year's team. as one lone senior, as Keely Lamb got fouled and going to go to the free throw line.
University of Missouri St. Louis foul.
One senior on last year's team, Shayla Wright, and then we lost two to transfers.
Checking in
Picked up a couple transfers coming in and a couple new freshmen.
foul in the act of shooting.
And A.J. Thomas being one of those redshirt sophomores that came in from Indy. But she originally played at Indiana State, so she transferred in from there.
Keely Lamb's first free throw was good. Second one also good. 25 seconds to go, no shot clock. Panthers lead 20-14.
Lily Sky Grimes pressing way above the half court line. Really trying to force a turnover here.
I feel like she just has iron lungs. Like air just goes in there. And a charge called as Talia Walton slid over and took the charge. 7 seconds to go.
Panthers going to try to get a last-minute shot up here with 4 seconds.
Keely Lamb, three, a little too short. As that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. Panthers lead 20-14. We'll be back right after this.
All right, folks, time now.
Welcome back inside the Owensboro Sports Center. Triton's going to get the first possession of the second quarter. Panthers coming off 72.7% shooting in the first quarter, only holding the Tritons to 37.5%.
That's pretty impressive defense, if you ask me, from our Panthers.
They have, and every shot has just about been contested, as the first shot of the second half's no good.
Lily driving all the way to the basket. Good for a two.
Number 11, Lily Sky Grimes.
Lily Grimes, like we said earlier, just basically faster than everybody else, just beats everybody down the floor.
She's going to be a very big asset for the Panthers this season with that speed and her defense.
Three on the way, no good. Talia Walton on the floor.
Diving for it.
And we're going to have a jump ball.
And that's going to be Panthers ball. Tritons are going to sub in three.
The Tritons, number 11, Alex Laporta. Number 12.
Lily Grimes, a 5'5" junior from Harned, Kentucky. I've had the pleasure of watching her play all the way through high school, as we both went to Breckinridge County. So I've had to play defense against her several times, and I know for a fact that she is quite fast and will go around anybody.
And Talia Walton drives in super strong to the right side and puts it in right against the glass. Buries it for a two-pointer.
Tritons, I think, are going to try to get it playing a little inside-out game, as the fadeaway jumper's no good. Fight for the rebound. Keely Lamb comes up with it.
She's going to drive all the way through. A left-handed layup, up and under.
Leah Richardson, Callie Nowat, and Jordan Bargy, Emma Johnson, all going to go back in for the Panthers. Long two-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound.
Three-pointer back up. Keely Lamb definitely got a fingertip on that one.
2 offensive rebounds.
Tritons with 7 seconds to shoot on the shot clock.
4.
Put a 3 up.
No good. Going to have a foul on Kaylee Duncan. Fighting for the rebound.
Triton's coach not looking too happy about that possession for her ladies here.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 5, Leah Richardson, 22, Kelly Nowak.
UMSL will inbound the ball here off the foul.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to get it in the paint, and they just can't get any clean pass. As they finally get it into the paint, layup no good. Emma Johnson pulls down the rebound.
She dishes the ball out to Jordan Bargy. As she'll set a screen to try and get a pick and roll.
Richardson gets it, gives it to Nowat up top. She drives left as she's going to get a foul called on Faye Meisner.
Foul number 23, that's Faye Meisner. That's her first for the team in the second quarter.
Richardson to check it in. Lamb drives right. Now tries to come back to the left. Gives it to Bargy up top. 3. Good.
And that ball by Jordan Bargy hit nothing but net.
That's the one thing that I'm impressed with as the bigs for the Panthers. They're not scared to step out and shoot it. As sometimes you'll see the bigs not want to come out behind the three-point line, and they definitely don't care to. Ball goes out of bounds off the Tritons.
The Panthers have definitely worked on their catch and shoot ability this season, and that's going to be a big thing for them because later on in the season, you know, they're going to face, in conference, they're going to face a lot of good teams that are going to be able to cover that three-point line a lot better than most of the teams that they've played so far.
Teams like Hillsdale, Findlay, they normally have pretty tall teams, and being able to catch and shoot over top of them.
And pass fake by Leah Richardson. Went straight up to the basket for a 2-point layup, an easy 2-point layup, if I might add. Definitely the Tritons defense didn't know what to do with that one.
She pulled that out against Oakland City in the last time we saw them at home. As pass goes out of bounds, Grimes going to come in for Lamb. She pulled that out against Oakland City in the last home game, and the Oakland City defender went flying out to try to get the pass that wasn't there. As I'm going to say, that's probably her go-to move. Nowat crosses her girl, and Richardson knocks down the 3.
She definitely looks like a whole new person with that knee. Really good to have her back out on the court. She's going to be another big asset for the Panthers this season.
Her and her sister both on this team. Rachel Richardson, a freshman. It's unfortunate that Leah has a brace on her knee, but that's about the only way I can tell the two apart.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Callie Nowat picks up a foul.
Checking in for the Tritons, number 15, Kira Hungerford.
The Tritons are out rebounding the Panthers by a slight margin.
Well, I would give that to their height advantages to the reason why they're pulling out so many offensive rebounds.
Richardson stole the ball away, then threw it right back to the Tritons. But Portia gets it down low,
Inside
up,
pass.
under, no good.
Back into the corner for Callie Nolad as she drives.
Grimes gets it to Nolad, up off the glass and good. Panthers now lead 36-14. It seems like in 1 minute the Panthers are only up 8-12, and then they're up 20. 3 on the way, no good. As another offensive rebound for the Tritons.
Tritons trying to dig inside, no good.
Bargy pulls down the rebound.
Pass over to Lily Grimes as she dishes it out to Emma Johnson with a 3, and that's good.
Panthers really filling it up here in the first half. 16 of 19 shooting here so far. They're holding the Tritons to only 23% here in the first half.
Panthers coming off of a big win against Illinois Springfield earlier in the week. They won that game 77-66. So definitely a good matchup with them and the Panthers, or them and the Tritons here.
There's a timeout.
As we're gonna take our media timeout here in the second quarter. Panthers lead 39-14. We'll be back right after this.
Number 14, Julie Lamb. 23, Kaylin Clifford. 21, Talia Walton. And number 10, Kayla Duncan.
Panthers set to take the ball out of bounds out of the timeout.
Now, before the timeout, we were talking a little bit about how the Panthers are coming off a big win from Illinois Springfield. And kind of going back to UMSL's previous schedule, they've only lost 2 of their 4 games so far that they've played, and those were 2 very tough matchups with Southeast Missouri State, which was an exhibition game, and then they also played number 3 Grand Valley State.
Yeah, the Tritons definitely seem like they're going to be pretty good in the GLVC, although they did lose to Grand Valley, who's ranked number 3 in the rankings here early in the season. Ball poked away from Grimes. Clifford, they're going to pick up a foul on number 20, Danielle Berry.
That's her first, second team foul.
Panthers holding UMSL to 22% from the field. Something we talked about in the open, that the Panthers are going to have to do a good job on the defensive end, and they have definitely done that so far.
That's definitely a travel by number 15, Kyra Hungerford.
Check it in for the
Kiera
Tritons,
Hungerford,
number 5,
excuse me.
Mackenzie Lakewood.
Looked like she was trying to go for a pass there and just kind of got her feet caught
Yeah.
up, keep them moving.
Lily Sky Grimes was in the passing lane, and she's just like, oh, I'm just going to hold on to this. I don't want to turn it over and give up points. As Danielle Berry's going to pick up another foul away from the ball. Her second foul.
Team third. Checking in for
Faye Meisner is going to check in for her.
Faye Meissner.
UMSL's definitely going to have to try and watch their fouls here. It's only in the second quarter. Gonna have to watch it before halftime here.
Walton drives right, gives it back to Grimes. 13 on the shot clock. Ooh, risky pass. Walton misses the first one, gets her own rebound, and misses the second one. I didn't think there was any chance that pass from Grimes was going to get through there. As Clifford steps in front of the pass, steals it away.
She'll pass it over to Lily Grimes here. As she'll drive left and put up a circus shot. Just barely comes off of the rim.
And she's going to pick up a foul.
Scott Grimes, that's her first, third team foul.
1:35 to go here in the first half. And another turnover forced by the Panthers. Panthers have forced 11 turnovers. At least here in this one.
But like,
Grimes layup will not go in. As she got a great screen from Clifford, just could not get it to go.
going back to turnovers, Chris, you were saying earlier at the beginning of the game that they are averaging 13 turnovers per game. Is that right?
Yes, they were forcing 13 turnovers. They've already got to that almost here in the first half. Like you said, Jalen, at the beginning, the speed of the Panther team is really going to mess with a lot of teams. As a forced shot at the end of the shot clock by the Tritons.
Lily will dish out to Clifford here for wide open three, but it'll miss right off the front of the rim.
As they tried to get a fast break layup, was not able to go.
University of Missouri St. Louis foul number 21. That's Adriana Plavsic.
Plavsic picks up her second foul.
Checking in.
Leah Richardson, Callie Nolott, Emma Johnson, and Jordan Bargee all coming in for Kaylee Duncan, Talia Walton, Kaylee Clifford, and Lily Sky.
For the Tritons,
Trying to give them a breather before they come back in.
Kierna Hungerford.
I'd say they're going to get a little extra time to catch their breath, as they probably won't see any more action here in the second quarter. 13 seconds to go. Panthers are probably going to take the last shot, but normally when I say that, we shoot it well before. No lot. Kicks it. Bargee, three, no good.
No good. And that'll be the end of the first half as the clock runs down here in the second quarter. And the Panthers are up 39-16.
We'll be back right before the end of halftime with your first half stats. Thank you for listening to Panther Basketball on the Great Midwest Digital Network.
Stewart. For the Panthers, the lineup will look like this. Number 10, Kaylee Duncan. Number 11, Lily Sky Grimes. Number 14, Keely Lamb.
Welcome back inside the Owensboro Sports Center as we are getting set for second half action. Panthers took a 39-16 lead into the locker room. Both teams going with their starters. As Keely Lamb led all scorers with 10 in the first half. UMSL going to get the first possession here in the second. Drive right, shot blocked. But the late whistle on Keely Lamb.
Kentucky Wesleyan foul number 14, Keely Lamb.
Her first.
Team first. Foul in the act of shooting. Number
Lamb averaging 12.3 points per game.
She's definitely been one of the bigger sharpshooters for the Panthers so far in the first 4 games that they've played. Hopefully she keeps it up throughout the season, because definitely going to need those clutch shots later on, especially facing against some of our GMAC competitors.
Meisner knocked down both free throws. Lily Grimes tried to thread the needle to Lamb. Ball stolen away. Meisner drives right, pull up, jumper short, and ball's going to stay with UMSL. Danielle Berry throws it in for UMSL. Having a hard time. Finally do get it in. Laporta drives right. Lamb stopped her in her tracks.
Back
Now,
into the corner.
Laporta's 3, no good. Keely Lamb may have gotten a piece of that one as there's a shot clock violation.
Chris, I definitely think she did get at least a fingertip on that ball. Just like she has, just like she did in the first half, she definitely got a lot of the ball on those 3-point shots that the Tritons have tried to make.
The Panthers average just about 4 blocks a game. And
Keely Lamb for 3. Be a little bit short as the Tritons come up with the defensive rebound.
Lamb might have 4 blocks by herself already.
I wouldn't put it by her.
It says we only have 1 block on the sheet, but I don't believe that.
She's definitely had a lot to do with some of the Tritons' short 3-pointers, especially in the first half. I know she got a couple fingertips on a couple of them.
Grimes was knocked to the floor. It doesn't matter as the Panthers get the rebound and push it. Grimes drives left up off the glass. Is going to go to the free throw line. As the foul's on Danielle Berry, her 3rd.
Danielle Berry. That's her 3rd, first team foul.
Adriana Plastic coming in for Kiera Stewart here, as Lily Grimes will go to the free throw line.
Grimes a 68% free throw shooter. Panthers shoot 74% from the line. Second one is good.
Checking in for the Tritons, number 15, Kira Hungerford.
And Kira Hungerford coming in for Danielle Berry here for the Tritons.
Coast to coast layup, no good from Meisner. As they're going to get a jump ball.
Checking in for Kentucky Wesleyan, number 5.
You got Leah Richardson, Talia Walton, Jordan Bargy, and Emma Johnson coming in for some of the ladies here to get a breather.
Emma Johnson was perfect from the field in the first half, as well as Leah Richardson. Panthers just swinging the ball around the top of the key. Bargy on the left wing tries to get it to Walton. Ball knocked away out of bounds off of the Panthers.
And that ball will be headed the other way for UMSL. As Leah Richardson pressing here on the inbound.
UMSL almost throws the ball away.
Shot for UMSL. No good. As Jordan Bargy comes up with the defensive rebound, and the Panthers are on the attack. As Leah Richardson tries to go coast to coast with the ball, ends up putting it off the glass, and no good for the shot.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there. Foul not called. Altered her shot just a little bit. As they're going to call a travel on Plavsic.
She had a wide open three there. Nobody was guarding her. And she was called for the travel, trying to drive the ball a little bit.
Obviously does not feel very comfortable shooting it from three, although she is 2 of 3 on the year. Walton drives right. Now back to Johnson. She drives right. Has tried to get the backdoor cut to Richardson. Ball stolen away.
Looked like it was off the foot of Kaylee Duncan there.
Panthers have not got a whole lot to go here in the second half. Just the 2 free throws.
Checking in for the University of
As well as UMSL, they have only scored 2 points as well. So a little bit of a cold streak for both teams.
And now checking in for UMSL, you have number 1, Alexa Chairs. The junior guard from St. Louis, Missouri.
Pass from Hungerford, a little bit too far out of the reach of Chairs and goes out of bounds.
It really seems like the turnovers and the bad passes are really hurting the Tritons right now in this game. Talia Walton on the drive. Ball just rolls right off the rim as the Tritons are now headed the other way.
We got a foul on number 11. Alex Laporta. It was away from the ball, so I couldn't really tell what happened.
But Kira Stewart will come in for Laporta after that foul.
Bargy gets it in the paint, up and under. Might have gotten fouled, no call.
It was a good matchup there against Bargy and Stewart down low.
They're going to call a block on Bargy.
Kentucky Wesleyan foul number 12. That's Jordan Bargy.
Keely Lamb and Callie Nolot now coming in for the Panthers, as well as Kaylee Duncan, or Kaylee Clifford, my mistake. Having 2 Kayleys on the team definitely gets pretty confusing after a while.
You got 2 Kayleys, a Keely, a Callie. You got just about everything that sounds pretty similar.
Bargy almost got a hand on that pass, as the Tritons are just trying to find some sort of window.
They did get it down low, could not get any room to move. 3, no good. But they pulled down the offensive rebound.
10 seconds left on the shot clock for the Tritons.
Tritons have 13 offensive rebounds here. Have not been able to capitalize.
Alex Chairs. No good. Shot clock violation on the Tritons as the ball is now headed the other way for the Panthers.
As we're going to go to our media timeout here in the third quarter. Panthers lead 41-18. We'll be back right after this. Back inside the Owensboro Sports Center, Chris Morgan alongside Jalen Tidwell. Panthers lead 41-18 here with 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Both teams off to very slow starts in the third quarter. Both 0 for from the field. Only points coming from the free throw line. Panthers threw the ball out of bounds right to the Tritons. Bargy almost comes up with the steal on the inbounds pass. As there's another miss, rebound fought for. Panthers come away with it.
That'll be a blocking foul on the Tritons here. Called on number 23. 23, Faye Meisner.
Let's see if the Panthers can get something going here on this possession. They get it to Clifford, down in the paint, out to Bargy, 3, no good.
Offensively rebounded by Leah Richardson as they get another go around here.
Keely Lamb's pass right into the arms of Alex Laporta.
And Laporta being one of the taller players on UMSL's team at 6 foot. She has a very wide wingspan, so she definitely got a whole arm on that one as Keely Lamb tried to throw it to the corner.
Keely Lamb gets it to Callie Nolot. Now back to Lamb. Lay-in was good on the other side by Laporta. 41-20. Lamb, great pick and roll from Nolot and Lamb as Lamb gets the lay-in to go.
Tritons definitely looked a little confused there on that possession.
The Panthers have tried to get that a couple times here in this quarter and just haven't been able to connect.
Chairs driving.
And throws it out of bounds.
Trying to dish it out to Faye Meisner, who was wide open beyond the three-point line.
Barry and Plavsic check in for the Tritons as Walton and Grimes check in for the Panthers.
Billy Grimes splitting the defense, dishing it out to Walton as she drives into the paint, trying to up and over the defender.
As they're going to call a foul on Walton on the offensive rebound attempt. As I didn't see a whole lot there. Just thought that the box out was pretty good. Didn't really go over her back. Must have been a little bit too much contact down there in the paint. Triton's swinging it all the way around the key. Laporta back up top to Barry. Barry goes behind the back as Walton is going to get the jump ball possession to the Panthers.
Walton was all over. That spin cycle pass that Barry had tried to pull out, trying to drive into the paint there. She just happened to be right there and just stuck the ball. Was able to force that jump ball.
As there was a little mix-up on the possession arrow. And now the game clock is messed up. As it says there's 20 minutes to now they got the clock right. Shot clock only has 2 seconds on it. Tritons only have 2 seconds
Laporta.
to shoot. Laporta, a 3, short.
Shot
Gonna
clock
be-
violation on the Tritons as the ball is headed the other way for the Panthers.
That's what, about their 3rd or 4th shot clock violation that they've had in this
At least.
in this one? Kind of shows you what kind of defense the Panthers play. Walton tried to get it to Lamb, who was posting up, had good possession on her girl. Ball was knocked out of bounds.
Faye Meisner just got a fingertip on that, knocked it out of bounds. Keely Lamb coming inside and getting around the defender to get a wide open layup on the glass on the inbound.
Plavsic gets it over to Meisner on the right wing. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound pulled in by Lamb.
She drives. Sudden stop. Emma Johnson with the 3. On the assist from Keely Lamb. Definitely a catch and shoot kind of play. And Emma Johnson played that very, very well.
Emma Johnson perfect from behind the 3-point line.
And the transfer from Murray State has definitely added not only a little bit of height, but definitely a lot of range to this Panthers offense.
And another charge picked up by the Tritons. Keely Lamb slid over on that one. Fouls on Barry, her 4th.
Got number 5, Mackenzie Latham, coming in
Check it in for the Tritons. Number
for
5,
Barry here, as she is now on her 4th foul, like you said.
Kentucky Wesleyan.
Barry has 4, Plavsic has 2. Johnson, another 3, a little short.
Rebound by Laporta as she gives it out here to Meisner as it's going the other way for the Tritons. Meisner driving as she dishes it out to Laura Zerini.
Basket number 12, Laura Zerman.
Panthers trying to force a little bit too much right now as Grimes pokes the ball away from Laporta. 8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Grimes drives left and fouled.
And that foul is on Mackenzie Latham, who came in for Danielle Barry.
Grimes going to go to the free throw line with 3 seconds to go.
5, Mackenzie Latham. That's her 2nd.
Panthers lead 48-22.
2 shots for Lily Sky Grimes.
First free throw barely catches any rim, as she just kind of laughs it off.
You hear her dad in the background saying she's only 15 feet away and she couldn't even make it. But the second one is good for Lily Grimes. The Tritons are driving with 2 seconds left on the clock. And the pull-up half-court shot is no good for the Tritons as we head in here to the fourth quarter.
Panthers get the first possession here in the fourth quarter as they lead 49-22 over the Tritons of Missouri St. Louis. Grimes mishandled the ball as she drives. Three, Clifford, no good.
Ball's headed the other way as the foul is called on Kaylee Duncan here.
Kentucky Wesleyan foul number 10. That's Kaylee Duncan.
Panthers looked a little chaotic there on that possession. Now they're pressing here against the Tritons.
Lily Grimes had the offensive player try to go around her, but not able to. As Laporta fell down as she was getting the pass, able to get it back out to a teammate. Drive, Leah Richardson pokes it out of bounds, going to stay with the Tritons.
And the Tritons here again with 2 seconds on the shot clock. They'll just have 2 seconds to put a shot up.
As they do get it in, Laporta three off the side of the rim, no good.
Lily Grimes coming up with the rebound here as she's now dribbling the ball down to the Panthers side of the court.
UMSL only shooting 21% for the game. Kind of tells you how the Panthers play defensively. Grimes three, no good.
Laporta with another rebound for the Tritons.
As number
23.
21, Plavsic scores. I think the assist was from Meisner as she got knocked to the ground. 49-24.
Richardson driving. Now Lily driving as she finds Kaylee Duncan in the corner for a three, but missed it. As Kaylee Duncan tried to come up with the offensive rebound and hit the bottom of the glass here. Now the ball is headed the other way for the Tritons.
Tritons are out rebounding the Panthers as the Tritons got away with a walk there. But the ball goes out of bounds off of UMSL.
University of Missouri St. Louis, number 34, Brianna Dieselkick.
Kind of looks as though the Tritons are just now kind of desperately throwing shots up, trying to see if they're going to make them or not.
A lot of hands on hips, on the knees, because I think the Panther team's wearing them out. as I'd say they do to a lot of players, is they throw all 13 of them out there and just let them run.
Trying to get all their energy out.
Richardson's floater was blocked.
Plasvik with the block on that shot there.
Ball poked away by Lamb. Bargy gives it to Duncan. Duncan drives, gives it to Lamb. Lamb, jumper, no good.
Triton's trying to get organized here.
As Bargy's going to pick up a foul, her second. As Nolot, Walton, and Johnson check in for Clifford, Duncan, and Bargy.
Second, also the second team foul. Check it in for the Panthers, 22, Nolot.
Zorini is going to go to the line to shoot
Johnson.
two.
At the strike for the Tritons, 2 shots for Zorini.
Not many free throw attempts
Also
for the
checking in
Tritons
for
as
the
the
Tritons,
Panthers
number 15, Hungary.
have really stayed out of a lot of foul trouble this game.
That's only their third free throw attempt. It was good. The fourth one also good. Zorini, a redshirt senior from Budapest, Hungary.
You don't see that all the time.
No, there was, I forget who the Panthers men's team played last year, but it seemed like their entire team was from overseas.
Well, you got Mohamed Abu Arisha, who's from Village City.
From Israel, we got Nathan Smith, who's from England, the 7'2" center. And Dang Mayot, who hasn't played this year, is from Australia. So pretty familiar with some foreign players. Lamb went for the huge block, got pump faked.
Another three-point shot by the Tritons is no good after it jumps off the front of the rim and will go out of bounds.
Panthers both teams really just look a little bit out of sorts. That first half, the Panther defense was really getting to the Tritons of UMSL, and this half, the defense of both teams is getting them.
Keely Lamb almost loses the ball there, but she was able to get it back as Talia Walton will drive in and will get a two-pointer off the glass. Driving past number 34, Brianna Distelkamp, as she's coming in for her first minutes of the game.
Nolot kind of caught no man's land, but did pick up her girl as the fadeaway jumper from Meisner is good.
She looked like she ran right into Talia Walton there and just kind of bounced off and was able to get a pull-up fadeaway there.
Walton didn't really move as it knocked Meisner off her feet. As we're going to get a foul on Laura Zerini.
Laura Zerini, it's her first team foul. Check it in for the
Danielle
Tritons.
Berry and Kyra Stewart.
Also 24.
Definitely going to have to keep a close eye on Danielle Berry here as she is in some foul trouble. She's got 4 fouls. You know, once you reach 5, she's going to be out for the count for the rest of the game, so she's definitely got to be careful and watch it as the Tritons pick up another foul on number 21, Plasvik, as she fouls Keely Lamb.
Plavsic picks up her third foul as they're trying to get a little bit more physical down here on this end.
Definitely have been a lot more fouls here in the second half on the Triton side.
Panthers having a hard time controlling the ball here.
Looks like they're just kind of trying to go too fast and get too many shots. As Emma Johnson pulls up a pointer with an assist from Keely Lamb, and that one will bounce off the front of the rim, but will hit the back glass and bounce into the
It hit
basket.
just about everything it could hit without hitting, like the shot clock, top of the backboard, and finally went in. She knew it was good all the way. She was already running down the floor. As the Tritons do turn it over. Richardson's three, no good.
Offensive rebound by Keely Lamb as she's pushed out of bounds with the foul from number 23, Faye Meisner. And we're going to have a couple subs in here. We have freshman Rachel Richardson and freshman Maddie Boyle coming in here.
As that's going to do it for the media timeout as the Panthers lead 53-28. We'll be back right after this.
Number 1, Rachel Richardson, and number 10, Kaylee Duncan.
Panthers set to take the ball out of bounds.
And like I said before the media timeout here, you got Maddie Boyle, Rachel Richardson, and Kaylee Duncan coming in for the Panthers. Rachel Richardson, the younger sister of Leah Richardson. And Maddie Boyle. Let's see here. Maddie Boyle is a freshman guard from Milledgeville, Kentucky.
We're going to get a foul on the shot on number 10, Kaylee Duncan.
That's Kaylee Duncan. That's her third. Also the third.
Kaylee Duncan with her third foul of the game.
2 shots for number 24, Kira Stewart.
Kira Stewart will go to free throw line as she'll miss her first attempt.
First miss for the Tritons. Second one is good.
Maddie Boyle with the ball here. She's been a very good pickup for the Panthers as her first game playing against Oakland City. She was able to get 16 points in her 15 minutes of play as she tries to chase down Faye Meisner, who just happens to get a 2-pointer off the glass there.
Yeah, Panthers have turned the ball over a little bit more in this half than they are accustomed to so far this year and even last year, as basically have a clothesline foul on Kira Stewart. Picks up her third foul.
Team foul number 4.
Next foul by the Tritons is going to put the Panthers in the bonus.
Kentucky Wesleyan now in the bonus.
Boyle, Walton, over to Johnson, left wing. Johnson drives right, gives it to Richardson, 3, no good. Duncan flies in for the rebound, lost it out of bounds.
Definitely jumped over all the tallness that UMSL had to offer there and was able to try and get a finger on it.
Foul on number 20, Danielle Berry's going to
She is now
Foul
fouled
out.
out.
Foul number 20, Danielle
As
Berry.
Maddie Boyle just poked it away, and I guess a little shove.
A little bit of a body check there
Yep.
from Danielle Berry as she is now walking to the bench, and number 5, Mackenzie Latham, will now come in for her as she is now at her 5th foul.
Panthers lead 53-31. Panthers average 86.5 points a game as the size and the physicality of this UMSL team has kept them in the 50s.
Still having a little bit of trouble controlling the ball here as they're trying to get some more points put up on the board. As Maddie Boyle's driving in, she'll pass back out to Emma Johnson, who'll just throw the ball up. Latham.
Johnson, the prayer 3 with time running out on the shot clock. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Ball stolen away as it's 4-on-2. As I think the Neiman's now are just trying to run some set plays, get a little bit of work in here with only 2:20 to go. Walton drives right, bumped, fouled, and going to go to the free throw line.
And that foul will be on number 11, Laporta.
Check it in for Kentucky Wesleyan, number 13, Decoria Puckett.
Decoria Puckett checks in for the first time, as well as A.J. Thomas.
And it looks as if Bargie's going to come in after the first free throw here. As the first one by Talia Walton is good. Got a little bloodshed here on Talia Walton.
A little cut on the bicep.
Nothing too major. Nothing that can't be patched up in 20 seconds.
As Walton, they only had 20 seconds to get her patched up. Marty was a little slow on the tape. As Maddie Boyle got into the lane a little too quick. Free throw was good, but will not count.
Just a rookie mistake right there. Nothing that can't be worked on later on in the season.
Might have been on her toes a little bit, ready to go, and just kind of fell in there. As they get it into the post, double team. Shot no good by Stewart.
Maddie Boyle looks like she's all by herself as she tries to drive, but then dishes it out to Decoria Puckett. As the Panthers will swing it around the horn here. Good pass to Bargie.
Gets it up on the glass and good.
Up and under Alex Laporta. That'll be good for 2. That's Panthers now at 56 to over 31 for the Tritons.
Laporta was a second-team All-GLVC selection a year ago for this Triton team. As we're going to get a foul on Rachel Richardson. The bucket was good.
Basket was good by number 12,
Laura Zerny. Going to go to the line to shoot 1 as Plavsic comes back into the game.
Check it in for the Tritons, number 21, Adriana Plavsic. Also check it in for the Tritons.
Free throw good.
Brianna
Brianna Dieselkamp comes in. 1:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. 56-34, Panthers lead. Boyle head fakes and gets the lay in to go. Umsel swinging around the key. 3, no good. Pulled down by Rachel Richardson.
Panthers going to slow it down here a little bit, as there are now 40 seconds left on the game clock.
Probably be one shot by both teams, I would assume, to close this one out. As they're going to call a offensive foul on Decoria Puckett.
Kentucky Wesleyan foul number 13, Decoria Puckett. That's her first, team fifth.
Using her off arm, maybe a little bit extended, and called for the offensive foul.
Shot clock and the game clock here, just about a second off from each other, as the Tritons are desperately trying to get another shot up. As Faye Meisner will try and get a fadeaway jumper for the Tritons, but won't succeed, as the Panthers get the offensive rebound, and the shot clock is off, game clock is down, and that is game as the Panthers come up with the win, 58-34.
Panthers take this one. Their next game will come on November 27th against Lindenwood Belleville here in the Sports Center at 1 p.m. The Panthers take this one 58-34, as the leading scorer for the Panthers, number 14, Keely Lamb, with 14 points, 7 rebounds. And second leading scorer, Emma Johnson, with 11. The leading scorer for the Tritons of Umsel, Laura Zerini, with 9. As that's going to do it for Chris Morgan and Jalen Tidwell. Thank you for listening to Panther Basketball on the Great Midwest Digital Network.